Okay, wonderful. And it's our pleasure and our job to take you through just some of the resources and programs and ways that the Office of Faculty advocates for you in your role as faculty. So as mentioned, I'm Rachel Levine, and now I'm going to speak to you in my role of Associate Dean for Faculty Educational Development, and I'll say more about that later.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm Jenny Lee. I'm your Senior Associate Dean for Women in Science and Medicine. I support faculty of all genders, but I have a specific emphasis on pursuing gender equity here at Hopkins. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so Rachel and I are going to, this is our quick overview, we're going to tell you about some of the leadership programs that we offer here at Hopkins, and we hope that you will all get involved when the time is right for you. We offer coaching and mentoring programs, and I'll tell you a little bit specifically about the Women in Science and Medicine office. We have several grant writing and research support services, and we also have writing accountability groups, or WAGs, which is to support people as they write their manuscripts. We'll talk a little bit about the programming that we have for faculty year-round to help you with the promotions process, support for faculty educators, and there will be several repeating emphases about where to get information fast. So this is all of you, all of the new faculty. You can spend some time looking at this picture and see if you can find yourself, but you are all amazing. We're so happy you're here, and what a beautiful group. We have had more than 300 new faculty join us in the past year. We are growing. So excited to have you here. And Maria already went over this a bit. We have 32 departments. Our biggest department is medicine. So who here is from the Department of Medicine? All right. How about pediatrics? Okay. I'm an anesthesiologist. Anybody from anesthesia? Really? I was like, nobody. Okay. Shout out some of the departments you're from. Psychiatry. Ophthalmology. Emergency. Radiology. All right, a round of applause for each of you.
Welcome.
Welcome here. And we were especially psyched to see that we have basic scientists and clinical researchers and clinicians and educators all coming together because we need all of you and we need each other. Maria already talked a bit about the Faculty Senate. We invite each of you to get involved in our faculty groups. You're so important to us. These are the methods that we hear what needs to be done, and you can interact and join leadership through these groups. So Dr. Ishii is going to talk about more about the Faculty Senate later. These are elected senator positions in each department. Maria talked a little bit about the Faculty Affairs and Development Board. We ask you to reach out to us if you want to join. We meet quarterly, and one of the most important projects that we recently put out was the onboarding process that Maria just described. I'm going to add to that list the Early Career Faculty Resource Advisory Council. This is for our early career faculty. We also meet quarterly, and most recently they've been focusing on work and wellness and life and wellness committees. Incredibly important work. So we're going to pepper this presentation with some information about Baltimore. So who's been to the aquarium? Oh, really? Wow. Nice. It's an amazing place. So you all know the tower, right? Where you go around the spiral and you see the sharks at the bottom, and we have a very famous banana eel. You can scuba dive there. Who knew that? Aha. Now I got, oh, you knew. Have you done it? Okay. So my husband and his brother were born on the same day, 2 years apart. And so for their birthday, we bought them a scuba diving package. And you can go into that tunnel, and it's just phenomenal. So I have video of my kids and I running around the spiral, watching my husband and their uncle scuba dive through the tank. You do not scuba dive with the great white sharks, though. That's, that's a no-no. So our leadership programs, we have several for you to choose from and to recommend for your mentees and colleagues. So the first is the Early Career Faculty Leadership Series. These are all virtual. They are fantastic. We have about 30 people that follow throughout the year. It runs for the first half of the year. The next cohort will begin in February through June 2025. People can come and go, right? Yeah, you can come and go. So you can find a topic that works for you and that fits your calendar time. We send out our monthly emails, read the email, and then we'll have the Zoom link for the topic. So really important. So we cover things like leadership core competencies, strategies for success on what you want your career to look like here at Hopkins and beyond. Organizational savvy, when an opportunity comes up, is that the right opportunity? Maybe it's not the right opportunity. Be savvy about it. Coaching, making the most of the mentee and mentorship experience. Coaching and mentoring are quite different. Negotiation and emotional intelligence. We also run 3 cohorts. I'm very excited about the cohort. We also run 3 cohort leadership programs, and cohort means that the group stays together, and we ask people to come to every session as often as possible, as much as possible. So we have early career, mid-career, and executive leadership programs. We run these in alternating years, and you can see the how we differentiate based on rank and the size of the programs. We again work on negotiation, aligning core values with who you want to be as a leader. Graceful self-promotion, difficult conversations, how influence and power affect us and how we can navigate those situations. Executive presence, interviewing for leadership positions, and of course, philanthropy and fundraising. So who's heard of the Baltimore Kinetic Sculpture Race? Okay, so this happened, you must be from Baltimore. You're like raising your hand for everything. 19 years. Okay, you can come up. Next year, you're going to tell us what the features are. So the Baltimore Kinetic Sculpture Race, people build, a moving sculpture on top of a bicycle. So the sculptures must move. It's got to travel down the road around the harbor and then enter the water and float and ideally move. So this big pink thing, I didn't know what it was. It turns out that's the backside of a bunny. And you will definitely find a new thing to do with your bicycle. And the most important thing for safety reasons, we are Johns Hopkins, you can see the water rescue team is ready to go. Because a lot of the sculptures enter and they just sink like a rock. It is so much fun. It's definitely a family event. We have a lot of support through the Office of Faculty for coaching and mentoring. Coaching is when we support you in getting to your goals that you define, and we help you find the best way for you to get there. So Rachel and I are both credentialed coaches. We are certified by the International Coaching Federation, and last year together we coached more than 80 faculty. We are very dedicated to this. We think it's a very powerful way to support our faculty. We do one-on-one coaching. We recommend 4 to 6 sessions because, as you can imagine, the demand is high, but we will work with you based on what your needs are. The coaching collective is when we do coaching in front of a group. So one-to-one coaching in front of a group, people take turns and everyone learns from each other, and that's an opportunity to get to know your colleagues from around the school. And then we have coaching in the leadership programs. In the cohort leadership programs, I offer group coaching as well. If you're interested in this is our email, Office of Faculty Coaching at jh.edu, ofcoaching@jh.edu, and reach out to us. So mentoring is more about when somebody who has more knowledge in a specific area gives specific instructions and guidance and advice to the mentee. We also are very dedicated to mentoring. And Dr. Jennifer Haythornth-Waite helped lead the Office of Faculty in developing best practices, which the office published in 2019. Everybody who mentors anybody in graduate biomedical education needs to go through this mentoring program, and it's an excellent program. Dr. Haythornth-Waite also gives mentoring and mentee workshops for departments, and she's involved in all of our leadership programs. And it's just a fantastic resource. So reach out to us if you want to know more information about how to be a great mentee and how to be a great mentor. So as a member of the Johns Hopkins University, you have access to these discounts. So go to the LifeMart discount website and see what you can snag. They give discounts on child and senior care, pet care and supplies, groceries, the restaurant coupons that can always help you go explore. So Baltimore's a foodie town. It's so worth going out. I see people nodding. You must have some favorite restaurants. I highly recommend exploring the restaurants in the areas, and of course, wellness, fitness, and gym. And concert tickets. Actually, concert tickets are on there as well. I have 2 kids. My husband's an attorney. My boys are now teenagers, but I'll tell you, I woke up as I was listening to them talk about how they would how like Dr. DeWeese would spend his weekends with the family, and I would usually wake up on Saturday and think I have no idea what we're going to do. Go online and go to Baltimore's Child. It has information for that day, that week, and that month. It looks like you did family planning, but all you have to do is look here, and there's all sorts of events. So for instance, Artscape happens in the spring. That's a huge art festival in Baltimore. It's a lot of fun. You can find community service. You can find children-friendly activities. There's yoga on the lawn. What?
Camps, summer camps.
Oh, summer camps, yeah. Summer camps, yeah. And concerts. So there's plenty of adult events. When I clicked on the website here, Rush was in town. We do advocacy work through the Office of Faculty. So in my role, advocating for gender equity, we invite you to join the Women's Professional Advancement Council. We have 4 working groups: promotion and career development, leadership, well-being, and family support. And we also do research. So for instance, we're looking at what would encourage early career women to pursue high-level leadership or what might dissuade them. We're looking at how much time people spend in EPIC, dealing with MyChart messages, and of course the outcomes from our programs. We collect data on how our faculty are doing here. So this is the entire history of Johns Hopkins Medicine, and this is the number of women professors since our school was founded. So as of this month, we are up to 386 women professors. Pretty good, right? Yes, applause. However, we currently have employed today more than 500 men professors. So we're behind. So we have some work to do in gender equity, and I invite all of you to partner with us to achieve this. I'm going to wrap up with one of my favorite topics. It's food. I've mentioned it a few times. Look for the restaurant weeks. So Baltimore Restaurant Week is a lot of fun. Ellicott City has one. I think Towson has one. There are fancy restaurants, child-friendly restaurants. If you have family members that you take care of that prefer to eat earlier, they even include lunch menus. Like 3-4 course meals at a discounted price. Look for the restaurant weeks.
Super. Thank you, Jenny. I'll put a plug in for restaurants. This Thursday, A Movable Feast, which is a local Baltimore nonprofit that addresses food insecurity, is having an eat out in there to raise money for A Movable Feast. And if you go to the website, you'll see all the restaurants that are participating. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly take you through some of the programs that the Office of Faculty provides to support you in the area of research. So 2 big ones that we partner with and support are the grant writing course, which is currently ongoing. That's led by Carissa Cooney, who is in the Department of Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. She offers 4 sessions, all on Zoom, very high yield, focused on writing grants. The other big one that the Office of Faculty partners on is with the Institute for Clinical and Translational Research, and this is the K to R transition, and this is really about supporting faculty who are moving from a mentored career development award onto independent become independent investigators. They have all kinds of great topics and resources as well. I'm going to encourage you to go to that website and find out more about the different resources and programming. They have some specific sessions in the K to R coming up this fall. We also are very fortunate to have some really talented and experienced faculty who are focused on biomedical and scientific writing, Dr. Sarah Poynton and Rachel Walden. They offer scholarly writing courses, so much of the work that we do is writing as academics. And they offer several sessions on specifically focused on fundamentals of writing, how to come up with a great title and catchy abstract, introduction, methods, results, discussion, etc. All of the things that you need to do to make sure that your writing is successful in terms of both publication and really dissemination. It's getting out there. They also offer a writing retreat, which is a 2-day workshop where you're invited to bring a project that you're working on, and you'll have the opportunity to meet with them individually to get feedback and even some editing services. So you can, again, look at the monthly Office of Faculty email for these opportunities and how to register for those. We also want to make you aware of the editing referral service. This is experienced editors who are editing academic writing on a fee-for-service basis. They can help you with any type of project you're working on, manuscripts, book chapters, grants, etc. There to help you focus on content, style, form, to really help you with the best product that you can bring. Okay, so we heard mention of writing accountability groups. You saw some books maybe on the table that you could pick up. A writing accountability group is really an active writing group. This is a group that comes together on a weekly basis, usually committing to a 10-week block. It has a very structured agenda for success. You spend the first 15 minutes sharing updates and setting some goals for your writing. Then you spend 30 minutes doing the work, writing the methods, maybe writing the abstract, maybe working on a figure for your manuscript, and then 15 minutes reporting and wrapping up. Typically, you have 5 to 8 members who are committing to this. It's accountability, so you really have to commit to it. If you're interested in learning more, you can email us at wags@listjh.edu. We'll connect you with others who are interested. You can reach out around you in your department, in your division, and see who might also want to participate in a WAG. You can learn more about WAGs by going to our YouTube page or the website, which is wagyourwork.com. This has been really successful in helping people be more productive and accountable in their writing. So I'm going to tell you about support for promotion. You're going to hear a whole section on promotion a little bit later, and then we have an amazing lunchtime panel with faculty along their journey for promotion. The Office of Faculty has a series of workshops and sessions to really support you in this process. So unlocking promotion readiness, this is going to tell you all about promotion criteria and how to prepare your promotion packet. Next session is October 30th, isn't it? Something like that. You'll see it in the email. The other one is focused on those who have been successful in the clinical excellence promotion track. That's CEing your way at Hopkins. We also sponsor the trifecta, which is really focused again on this work-life integration, talking with, really candid conversations with faculty about their own experiences with promotion and balancing all this with their personal and professional life. You heard about the coaching opportunities. PAGs are like a WAGs, but they're really focused on promotion, so you can get together with another group of faculty who are in it, writing their promotion letters, fixing up their CVs, all of the work that needs to get done, but it's hard to do without that motivation and accountability. Please reach out to us if you're interested in coaching around this, but also anyone in the Office of Faculty can advise you around the promotion process. You'll hear more about that later. Okay, so here's my contribution. If you did not know, almost every brewery, and we have a great, he'll know this here in the front, we have great Baltimore microbreweries, right, are dog friendly. So this is not my dog. My dog is quite a bit cuter than this, so if you want to know that, come, but I didn't have a picture with her and beer, but if you want to know what my dog looks like, come and find me. But you will find a list of all of these places that you can take your dog if you're becoming an empty nester like my husband and myself, and now we focus our activities around our dog. I have been to some of these, but not all of these. Many have gluten-free options like cider and non-alcoholic options. They're lovely, very family and pet-friendly places. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about education and my role as the Associate Dean for Faculty Educational Development. It is my job to advocate for all of our faculty in their roles as educators. So many of you will be teaching, mentoring, role modeling. Some of you will be developing and leading curriculum or leading educational programs. You may be engaged in medical education scholarship. Who was a trainee or student here at Hopkins? Wonderful. So you have all been part of this incredible ecosystem or learning environment of learners at Hopkins. So we have over 4,000 learners from UME through continuing medical education. We are faculty learners in many, many programs. These programs are managed through the Office of the Vice Dean for Education, which you should know about. This includes medical student curriculum, graduate biomedical education, GME, continuing medical education, online education, assessment and evaluation, and our Institute for Excellence in Education, which you will hear more about later. However, all of these programs would not happen were it not for our faculty who really bring themselves as educators and teachers into this space. And so our job is to support you all in that role. I've put my email here. If you're interested in education, please reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to meet with you, talk to you, and tell you about all of the supports that we have. So as I said, my job in the Office of Faculty is to create programming to support all of you to develop your skills as educators as appropriate to your roles, but also to support and advocate for the academic advancement and well-being of educators. I partner with the Institute for Excellence in Education and many of the other existing programs at Hopkins that are dedicated to faculty in these roles, departments, and also the academy at Johns Hopkins. I just want to show this image to show you how dedicated we are to education. This represents several years of work in a committee that set out to really describe the work that educators do. And you'll see in the blue ovals, this is the work that educators do that I mentioned: teaching and facilitating learning, mentoring, coaching, and advising, program and curriculum development, etc. Why is it important to do this? It's important to do this so that we can establish what competencies our educators need, and we can design programming to support the work that we do in all of these domains, and also, again, to acknowledge and reward educators, including through promotion. And so this work that I just showed you supports professional development and promotion. We've shared this widely with educators and leaders, which is why we want you all to see this and know about it. Our promotions committees know about this and refer to these metrics. We have included faculty with educational expertise on our promotions committees. As was mentioned, the Silver Book is being updated to include this information, and also to let you know, again, if this is an area of focus for you in your work, you can find support for promotion and career development using this framework. This is how we use this framework for professional development. So across the top, you'll see each of those 6 domains represented, and in each column are various workshops, cohort programs, master's programs, all kinds of opportunities to help you build skills and experience in those areas. I'm just going to end with letting you know about some upcoming programs, including in about a week or so, we have a half-day workshop on the foundations of educational leadership. Some of you may have been hired in educational roles, leading a fellowship or as a program director. This is a great workshop for you. You can find information about our programs on the Institute for Excellence in Education website, and you can register there for them. All right, so we're almost finished. This is my exciting, fun thing to do in Baltimore. You can ride the water taxi. It is an amazing, lovely way to see the city from a different perspective. It's super fun to do it kind of in the evening. It's getting twilight. It's beautiful. You can take your kids. And I also recently found out you can take your pet. They consider a pet an additional occupant. So just so you know. Although I'm not sure if you have to pay for them. Okay, so that's a really fun activity. It's a great thing to do, fun with kids. You can go all around the harbor on that. Okay, so we're going to just finish really quickly where to find information fast. You heard this before, but we were going to say it again and again because we're a large organization and communication is difficult. Look for the monthly Faculty in Focus. This is about you, for you. Go to the Faculty Factory. This is a place to see information podcasts and videos that are all about topics with experts to support faculty. Our monthly emails, really important. This is the place to find information and also to connect with us. YouTube page you heard about, and then our website, which is soon to be available to everyone. We're working on it. Bear with us. I want to just end by saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome. We're really thrilled that you're here. Okay.